So I'm gonna be really honest, I've never done anything like this before. Well, maybe something similar, but not to this extent. Um, so this is me, completely unfiltered, puffy eyes, couple hours from like ugly crying. No filter, just me. And I don't know what compelled me. Well, I know what compelled me to make this video, but basically, I just want to talk about flat out mental health, okay? It's no secret. I struggle with it. I don't show it every day, but I mean, it is a serious struggle for me every day. And I found myself thinking, these people on social media and all around have turned this mental illness and self-love and everything like this into a trend where it's like cool to talk about mental health, but people don't actually see like the legit side of what it's really like to be going through a breakdown or really struggling. I mean, whether you're high anxiety or depression or you're bipolar and you don't know what the hell you're gonna get every day when you wake up in the morning. It's not pretty. It's not a trend. It's real life and it's hard. And I found myself probably in the worst feeling the worst I have felt in a long time. And I just hit like a breaking point. And the hard part, and something that is still a struggle, is, I mean, I have dealt with this my entire life since I was 7 years old. And probably because I've dealt with it so much is why I'm so open about it. But trying to talk to people you care about and the people in your life and letting them know that like you're not in a good place and that you're like really, really struggling. I had to do that today. And I found myself feeling almost embarrassed that I was struggling so hard. And that I had to say that. I mean, and it's probably pride or whatnot, but I mean, I felt a twinge of like embarrassment when I had to say like, I am not good right now. And immediately after that, I was like, well, okay, why am I thinking that? And I guess I just kind of felt like I just wasn't strong enough to get through what has been going on. And I immediately stopped myself and said, well, I am strong enough because I have gotten through every single fucking day of my life for almost 29 years and still woken up the next day. So yeah, I'm strong enough to get through this, but it also brings the point that, you know, sometimes you have to know where your breaking point is. And I think that's, you know, there's these memes that I see, and, you know, it's supposed to be funny and all of this stuff. And it's like, my toxic trait is blah, 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 blah. And I mean, like, legitimately, I think a toxic trait of mine is I don't stop when I know I need to stop. Like, being a people pleaser has been ingrained in my body chemistry, every aspect of it, for so long that, I mean, I have made significant progress towards setting boundaries for myself so that I don't get to this point, but it is still so hard. So I don't know. This is not a topic that people want to, sit and listen to in the holidays, because the world is bombarded with everything holiday cheer and happy and everything like that, when that sometimes, people struggle sometimes even more with their mental health during the holidays, because it's hard. There's so much expectation, especially for us people pleasers. There's so much expectation to do this or buy that and all of this stuff. I mean, or just whether it's your job and you just have it ingrained that you want to do the best you can. Sometimes just shit happens. And so I think it's appropriate to put a video like this out in the holidays to remind not only us that are like really going through it right now, but the loved ones, like, check on your people. Not everybody is as good as they say they are, especially during the holidays. It's hard, especially for people who have lost people or people who are alone. Some people feel more depressed and alone than ever during the holidays. So this is just a PSA to, check on your people. Not everybody's okay. I'm struggling. I never make a video like this, but I really felt compelled, and I rarely show myself in this sort of emotional state. I talk about it all the time, but myself, it's very hard for me to set my pride aside and let other people see that very, very vulnerable side of me. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So, anyway, check on your loved ones, check on your people, okay? And no, mental health is, yes, I am glad people are talking about it. Oh my gosh, I mean, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when I was first diagnosed, it was about 20, actually, it was 21 years ago. 21 years ago, actually, around this time. It was around Christmas time. I don't think I've ever well, if you've read my book, And yeah, I was hospitalized for 2 weeks. And I really come a long way and know how to manage my illness, but it is still really hard sometimes. And not everybody can be strong all the time. And as much as I'd like to say that, oh yeah, I've got everything under control, I still do have to take medicine, and sometimes the body chemistry and the chemicals in my head not even the medicine is enough to help some days. So this is me. If you're struggling, I am right there with you. I love you. We're gonna get through it, whatever it is. And yeah, PSA, just more than ever, people need to see the realness, because you will talk about it. And again, like I said, people talk about it all the time, and I'm great that these conversations are being had, but it is very rare to see like a legitimate conversation or a legitimate inside look into like what the hell goes on in the middle of a breakdown. And I mean, this isn't even, I mean, I have calmed down. I have been calm for about 2 hours, and I have relaxed. My anxiety was through the roof today. People don't talk about what happens. It's the puffy eyes, it's the ugly crying, it's the hyperventilating, it's the, you know, taking deep breaths to calm yourself, it's the nausea that you feel, the knots in your stomach that, you know, you're so upset you make yourself sick, and sometimes you can't even help it. It just overwhelms you, and there's nothing you can do about it but let it pass. So I feel you. I totally get it. And keeping with the optimistic outlook that I always try and have, even in the midst of all this shit, is there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow can be a good day. It may be a struggle, but it'll be a good day. Okay, I love you guys. That's it.